Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the things you've been chasing, believing they would bring happiness and fulfillment, were actually leading you away from what truly matters. That's a powerful moment of truth, a moment many of us encounter, yet rarely speak about. In today's world, where the expectations of others can overwhelm our own inner voice, it's essential to take a step back and reflect. What if I told you that ancient Stoic wisdom, a philosophy that has stood the test of time, offers a guiding light in this chaos? Today, we'll explore how Stoicism is not merely about enduring hardship, it's about discovering genuine joy and purpose in the life you lead. This isn't about ignoring your emotions or struggles, it's about transforming and harnessing them to build a life that feels authentically yours. Join me as we delve into these timeless principles, applying the age-old Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice and temperance to our modern lives. Together we'll uncover how to live a life not just filled with routines, but with meaning and contentment. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment, where every moment becomes an opportunity to learn, grow, and truly thrive. As we explore these profound insights, I invite you to subscribe and join our community, where we tackle life's most profound questions. Stay with us for the entire journey, as each step brings us closer to understanding the richness of a life guided by Stoic wisdom. Embrace your individuality. It's like finding a hidden treasure that's been with you all along, perhaps overlooked amidst the rush of daily life. Think about it. In this vast, intricate tapestry of existence, there is only one you. Your thoughts, dreams, and values are uniquely yours, and in this uniqueness lies your strength. The Stoics had a deep respect for self-awareness and personal integrity, seeing them as the foundation for a virtuous and fulfilling life. Now you might wonder how this ancient wisdom applies in our modern world. The answer is simple, yet transformative. By embracing your individuality, you align with Stoic principles that encourage focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, and your responses to the external world. In a society that often nudges us toward conformity, choosing to honor your true self is a bold act of defiance. It's not about standing out for the sake of it, but about being authentically you. This means celebrating your quirks, honoring your goals, and listening to your inner voice, even if it runs against the crowd. Think of Seneca, the Stoic philosopher who emphasized living in harmony with one's own nature. He might argue that compromising your individuality is like denying the core of who you are. So whether you're passionate about art, driven by curiosity and science, or inspired by the simplicity of nature, these are reflections of your true essence. They make you who you are. By embracing your individuality, you're not just honoring yourself, you're offering the world a perspective it has never seen before. Your voice, your story, and your unique outlook enrich the world around you. So as we go through this journey, remember, being true to yourself isn't just about self-acceptance, it's about self-celebration. It's about making choices that resonate with your values, following paths that light you up from within, and committing to live authentically. Guided by Stoic wisdom, remember that the only person you are destined to become is the person you choose to be. Guard your time and dreams. Each moment you have and each dream you hold is like a rare, irreplaceable flower, blooming with possibilities unique to your journey. Think of your time as the soil and your dreams as the seeds. How you tend to this garden determines the beauty and vitality of what grows. In the world of Stoicism, time is not just a ticking clock. It is the essence of our existence. The Stoic philosopher and emperor Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the fleeting nature of time, urging us to live fully in the present while consciously shaping our future. For him, dreams weren't just whimsical wishes, but reflections of our inner selves, guiding stars that lead us toward our destiny. Now, imagine allowing the demands of others or external pressures to overtake your time. It's like letting weeds choke your garden, stifling the growth of your dreams. It's so easy, isn't it? To say yes to every request, to fill every moment with activity, believing this means we're making the most of our time. But here's a Stoic truth. Guarding your time isn't about packing in as much as possible. Instead, it's about choosing what truly matters, aligning your actions with your core values and aspirations. Every yes you offer is essentially a no to something else, potentially to your own dreams. Be discerning with your time. Cultivate it as if pruning a beloved rosebush, carefully choosing which branches to nurture and which to cut away. Your dreams deserve that level of care and attention. But life will inevitably throw obstacles your way, and there will be moments when it seems like everything threatens to disrupt the garden you've worked so hard to tend. This is where the Stoic virtues of courage and perseverance come into play. Just as a gardener faces storms, droughts and pests, we too face challenges. Remember, though, that the strongest trees grow with the wind, not against it. The struggles and resilience you develop enrich the soil of your experience, making your dreams more vibrant and robust. Prioritize your well-being. This is not just about occasional self-care routines or indulging in a favorite treat. Prioritizing your well-being is about recognizing and honoring your inherent value. It's about understanding that you can't pour from an empty cup. Just as a car needs fuel to run, your mind, body and spirit need consistent care to thrive. And guess what? Stoic philosophy, with its profound wisdom, speaks volumes on this subject. The Stoics believed that caring for oneself isn't selfish, it's necessary. How can you serve others, fulfill your responsibilities, or pursue your dreams if you're running on empty? Think of the Stoic analogy that compares our bodies to gardens and our wills to the gardeners. Just as a garden requires regular watering, weeding, and attention to flourish, so does your well-being. But what does prioritizing your well-being look like in practice? It's about tuning into your own needs and responding with kindness and compassion. It's setting boundaries and saying no when something doesn't serve you. It's having the courage to rest when you're tired, even when the world pressures you to keep going. It's nourishing your body with healthy food, engaging in activities that bring you joy, and giving your mind the time it needs to rest and rejuvenate. Now, let's focus on the mind, a crucial component of well-being. Stoicism teaches us the power of perception and the value of a calm mind. In moments of stress or overwhelm, remember the Stoic practice of stepping back and observing your thoughts without becoming consumed by them. Picture each thought as a leaf floating down a stream, noticing it without attachment, then gently guiding your mind back to a state of peace. This practice of mindfulness keeps you grounded, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with a clear and steady mind. Embracing solitude is another Stoic practice that strengthens well-being. In today's hyper-connected world, we're often encouraged to stay engaged constantly, fearing we'll miss out. But solitude provides a rare opportunity to connect deeply with ourselves, to check in with our inner compass. As Seneca said, it's in quiet and seclusion that we hear the subtle notes of our lives, gaining clarity on who we are and what matters most. And let's not overlook the importance of joy and gratitude, two essential ingredients for well-being. Even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for. The Stoics frequently emphasized the practice of gratitude, recognizing that it can transform what we have into enough and more. Gratitude turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, and confusion into clarity. Value your support network. Think about the people in your life who celebrate your victories, stand by you during setbacks, and offer guidance when you're feeling lost. These are the people who are like anchors in a storm and compasses when the path ahead is unclear. Stoicism, with its deep insights into human relationships, reminds us of the value of these connections. While the Stoics encouraged personal resilience and independence, they also recognized that humans are inherently social creatures, woven into a web of relationships. Seneca, in his letters, often spoke about the value of friendship and community, advising that we choose our companions wisely, as they greatly influence our character and well-being. When we talk about valuing your support network, it's about acknowledging the essential role these relationships play in our growth and happiness. So how do we actively nurture these relationships? It's not just about spending time together or having fun, though those are valuable too. True connection comes from deep engagement, from listening with genuine attention, offering help unprompted, expressing gratitude, and being present, not just during the good times, but especially when things get tough. Building a foundation of trust, respect, and mutual support is the cornerstone of a strong relationship. Consider the people who have stood by you. Family members who've known you your whole life, friends who've seen you at your best and worst, mentors who've guided you, and colleagues who've offered support. These relationships don't simply happen. They're nurtured over time with kindness, empathy, and a shared commitment to each other's well-being. The Stoics also stressed the importance of being selective about the people we let into our inner circle. Surround yourself with individuals who embody virtues you admire: wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. These are the people who will not only support you, but challenge you to grow and live up to your highest potential. Valuing your support network is a two-way street. Just as you benefit from the strength, love, and guidance of others, you have the opportunity to bring positivity into their lives as well. In doing so, you create a cycle of support that enriches both your life and theirs, forging connections that are both deep and meaningful. Take a moment to reflect on the relationships that have impacted your life. Reach out to someone who has made a difference and express your appreciation. Offer your support to a friend in need. Investing time and energy in these connections enriches your life, as relationships are the very fabric of a fulfilling existence. Protect your time and focus. Each of us is given a limited amount of time, and how we use it can determine the direction of our lives. Imagine your dreams and goals as seeds. Just like a garden, if they're neglected, they'll never grow. To the Stoics, time was a precious resource that demanded careful attention. Each moment wasted on trivialities or distractions is time lost forever. Marcus Aurelius often spoke of the importance of living fully in the present while also mindfully shaping our futures. He believed that our dreams are not just idle fantasies, they're reflections of our deeper selves, and pursuing them with purpose brings us closer to the life we're meant to lead. But in today's world, it's easy to let external demands overrun our schedules. Emails, notifications, requests from others, all of these can quickly fill up our days. When you say yes to every request, it's like letting weeds overtake your garden, stifling your own growth. It's tempting to fill every moment with activity, thinking it's the best use of time. But the Stoics teach us that guarding our time isn't about being constantly busy. It's about focusing on what truly matters. Every yes to one thing is a no to another, possibly to something that brings you closer to your dreams. Be discerning with your time. Treat it like a valuable garden that needs careful tending. Select activities that align with your values and long-term goals, and be willing to say no to those that don't. Live with intention and purpose. Living with intention means aligning your actions with your beliefs and values. For the Stoics, living virtuously meant acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. When you live with purpose, you're not just going through the motions. You're consciously choosing to make each moment meaningful. Embrace the journey of self-discovery. Each choice, each moment of reflection, each relationship nurtured, and each act of gratitude brings you closer to a life brimming with purpose. Stoicism teaches that while life may be challenging, each difficulty is an opportunity for growth, resilience, and self-improvement. In closing, remember that Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions or enduring life passively. It's about actively cultivating a meaningful, joyful life. By guarding your time, nurturing your dreams, prioritizing well-being, valuing relationships, and living with intention, you're creating a foundation for a life rich with fulfillment. Be mindful of your investment. Think of your life as a portfolio, not just of financial assets, but of experiences, relationships, knowledge, and personal growth. Just as a wise investor diversifies their assets, ensuring a balanced return, you too should approach your life as a series of valuable investments, striving to nurture each aspect of yourself for a fulfilling and rich return. This concept of life as a diversified portfolio aligns seamlessly with Stoic philosophy. The Stoics, especially Epictetus, taught the importance of focusing energy on what lies within our control, while adopting an attitude of indifference toward what we cannot control. When we speak of being mindful of your investments, it's about where you choose to allocate your most precious resources, your time, energy, and attention. Imagine each day as a sequence of investment decisions. How will you spend your morning? What tasks will you prioritize? With whom will you choose to engage, and how deeply will you invest in those interactions? Each decision shapes your tomorrow, much like compounded interest shapes the future of a financial investment. But how do you ensure that these life investments are wise? It begins with self-reflection and a deep understanding of your values, goals, and passions. Align your daily actions with these principles, ensuring that each choice you make is a step toward the future you desire. When you invest time in learning a new skill, you're expanding your intellectual capital. When you devote effort to relationships, you're building emotional wealth. And when you invest in your health, you're ensuring that your future self has the vitality to enjoy the life you're building. However, be cautious of poor investments, those that drain your resources without enriching your life. Just as a financial investor avoids unprofitable ventures, you should avoid devoting time to activities that don't align with your values or goals. This includes mindlessly scrolling through social media, engaging in negative self-talk, or maintaining relationships that bring you down rather than lift you up. Remember the Stoic concept of sympathia, the interconnectedness of all things, which reminds us that our investments should also contribute to the greater good. By investing in our communities, supporting meaningful causes, and helping others, we create fulfillment and purpose, adding value to our lives and those around us. Keep some cards close to your chest. This metaphor speaks volumes about how we navigate our personal and professional lives. It's about choosing what to share and what to hold back, recognizing that not everything needs to be broadcasted to the world. This practice of discretion and privacy is highly regarded in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics, who valued wisdom and self-control, believed in the virtue of restraint and the strength that comes from quiet confidence. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, emphasized the importance of inner dialogue and reflection, suggesting that often our own counsel is enough. In a world that equates constant sharing with authenticity, the Stoic perspective offers a counterbalance, celebrating the power of silence and the strategic withholding of information. Why keep some cards close to your chest? Firstly, it helps establish personal boundaries. Just as a garden has a fence to protect its flora, your inner world needs boundaries to safeguard your thoughts, emotions, and values. By being selective about what you share, you protect your energy and avoid being unduly influenced by external opinions. Secondly, this discretion can offer a strategic advantage. In career settings, negotiations, or personal relationships, holding back certain information allows you to observe and act with intention rather than being an open book for anyone to read and predict. This calculated ambiguity can provide autonomy and control, allowing you to engage with life on your terms. Moreover, by being selective in what you reveal, you foster a sense of mystery and depth. People are drawn to those who have an air of the unspoken, those who speak with purpose and discernment. This doesn't mean being inauthentic. Rather, it's about gradually revealing yourself, deepening connections organically. However, balance is essential. Being overly guarded can lead to isolation or misinterpretation. The key is to share with intention, assessing whether sharing serves a purpose, whether it builds understanding, trust, or connection. If not, perhaps it's best to keep that card close. In the spirit of Stoicism, remember that your inner world is your fortress. While it's noble to build bridges and connect with others, the gates to this fortress don't always need to be wide open. By choosing wisely what to share and what to keep private, you navigate life with wisdom, maintaining your integrity and cultivating authentic, meaningful relationships. Stay true to your joy. Staying true to your joy means recognizing and honoring what genuinely brings you happiness and fulfillment, rather than following fleeting pleasures or societal expectations. This resonates deeply with Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to seek contentment within ourselves and to live in harmony with our nature. Many misconstrue Stoicism as advocating for a life devoid of pleasure, but this isn't the case. The Stoics didn't advise against joy. They simply warned against becoming dependent on external sources for happiness. To the Stoics, true joy was found in virtue, self-improvement, and contributing to the greater good. So how can you stay true to your joys? First and foremost, it requires self-awareness. Identify what truly brings you happiness, not what society dictates, nor what others enjoy, but what resonates deeply with your unique self. This could be anything from reading, engaging in a creative hobby, spending time in nature, or enjoying the company of loved ones. Once you know what brings you joy, make these activities a priority in your life. This doesn't mean neglecting your responsibilities or indulging in hedonism. Instead, it's about creating balance, making space for joy amidst your obligations and challenges. It's about integrating your joys into daily life, ensuring that while you fulfill your commitments, you also nurture your soul. Staying true to your joys also means standing firm against societal pressures. It's easy to be swayed by trends or to conform to what others find enjoyable, but true joy is born from authenticity, from living in alignment with your values and passions. It takes courage to follow a different path if that's what brings you fulfillment. Furthermore, the Stoics remind us to be adaptable, finding joy even when circumstances change or adversity strikes. Our internal state, our capacity to find contentment within, is something no external force can strip away. This means that even if your usual sources of joy are unavailable, you can find peace in how you respond to the situation, adapting and discovering new joys. Don't let fear lead. Don't let fear lead. This might sound simple, but it touches the core of our existence, influencing our decisions and ultimately shaping our lives. This principle calls us to rise above our instinctual responses, recognizing that while fear serves to protect, it often hinders growth. In the Stoic framework, this tenet encourages us to face life's uncertainties with courage and clarity, recognizing that fear is often a distortion of reality, a shadow that looms larger in our minds than in our actual path. The Stoics, with their focus on rationality, teach us that fear should never be at the helm. While we can't control external events, we can control our reactions to them. Seneca, one of Stoicism's most eloquent thinkers, reminded us that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This insight is central to not letting fear lead. It's about not allowing imagined disasters to paralyze us or dictate our choices. How can we ensure that fear doesn't take control? It begins with awareness. Recognize when fear arises, acknowledge its presence, and then question its validity. Is this fear based on a real threat, or is it a product of our minds? Is it protecting us, or merely holding us back? This discernment allows us to respond rather than react, choosing actions aligned with our highest good. Embracing a Stoic approach means preparing for various scenarios, including those we fear. This preparation isn't about obsession, but about cultivating a resilient mindset. Just as sailors prepare for storms, we can equip ourselves with the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance to face life's uncertainties. When fear knocks at the door, the Stoics advise facing it directly, not with bravado, but with calm and dignity. They practiced premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, a technique of envisioning potential challenges, not to stir anxiety, but to lessen fear's hold. By familiarizing ourselves with our fears, we strip them of their power, rendering them aspects of life's complexity rather than insurmountable barriers. In adopting this perspective, we liberate ourselves from fear's grip and step into a realm of possibilities, embracing life with a courage that Stoics would celebrate. Fear often guards the gateway to our greatest achievements, and by refusing to let it lead, we open doors to new experiences, growth, and fulfillment. Embrace life's journey. As we bring all these ideas together, remember that life is a journey, not a destination. Each of these principles, mindful investment, discretion, joy, and courage, guides us in building a life aligned with our values. The Stoics believed that our experiences, relationships, and internal growth are the true measures of a fulfilling life. Through careful, intentional choices, by honoring our unique joys, by choosing what and when to share, and by refusing to let fear dictate our paths, we lay the foundation for a life that is both meaningful and resilient. Embracing this journey with an open heart allows us to live with integrity, purpose, and a sense of peace that no external force can take away. In Stoic terms, life is not about what happens to us, but about how we choose to respond. As you move forward, let these principles serve as your compass, helping you navigate challenges with grace, celebrate joys with gratitude, and live each day with the wisdom to make it your own. Celebrate every step. The Stoics, with their emphasis on living in harmony with nature and virtue, remind us of the importance of acknowledging and appreciating each moment and every small victory along our path. They believed that life is made up of countless nows, and by celebrating each step, we're not postponing happiness for some distant goal, but cultivating it right here, in the present. So why is it essential to celebrate every step? For starters, it helps maintain motivation and momentum. When you recognize and savor even the small achievements, you fuel your journey with encouragement and positivity. Each celebration is like giving yourself a well-deserved pat on the back, reinforcing your commitment and reminding yourself that any progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Furthermore, celebrating each step fosters a sense of gratitude. By taking the time to appreciate your efforts and achievements, you nurture thankfulness, which has been shown to enhance overall well-being and satisfaction with life. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, viewed gratitude as a cornerstone of happiness, encouraging us to cherish what we have and to find joy in simplicity. But how can you practically celebrate each step? It begins with mindfulness, being fully present and aware of your actions and their outcomes. This means tuning into those small successes that often go unnoticed and giving them the recognition they deserve. Did you complete a challenging task at work? Take a moment to savor that accomplishment. Overcame a personal fear? Acknowledge the courage it took. Celebrating doesn't have to mean grand gestures. It can be as simple as taking a deep breath and smiling, journaling about your progress, or sharing your achievements with a friend or loved one. The key is to honor each step of your journey, recognizing that every effort you make is a building block in the structure of your life. And let's not forget, celebrating every step also includes embracing and learning from setbacks. The Stoics saw obstacles as opportunities for growth, encouraging us to meet challenges with resilience and calm. By valuing the lessons we gain from each setback, we continue to move forward, fortified by newfound wisdom and experience. As we close this chapter of our journey today, remember that the wisdom of Stoicism is more than ancient philosophy. It's a guiding light that leads us toward a life filled with purpose, resilience, and joy. Each moment you choose virtue over vice, progress over stagnation, and gratitude over discontent, you're not only living in a Stoic way, but transforming yourself, building a legacy of inner strength and tranquility. I invite you to continue this journey of growth and self-discovery. Watch one of the recommended videos on your screen to deepen your understanding and practice of Stoic principles. Thank you for being part of this exploration of Stoic wisdom. Your presence and engagement enrich our community, reminding us all that we're not alone in our pursuit of a meaningful and virtuous life. Together, let's turn philosophy into action, embracing every step of our journey with courage, wisdom, and joy.